Hi, it's Juliet, and I'm back at my mom's again. I'm back to sew for 4 days this time, 2 work days and 2 weekend days. And the first thing I tackled was this jacket, which is a canvas I made last time. It had a stain on the back, which I didn't like, obviously. So I decided to hide it by making another back on top of it. So I had to unsew everything to put it in. And it's like a half back, but I did think it looks good. It looks exactly how I imagined it would, and I like that I could improvise it. I think it's a style because like I've seen that on other code and stuff like that. I mean, mine is to hide a stain, but I think it looks good. So that's all I could manage in the morning because it did took a bit of time to unsew everything. But my plan for the rest of the day was to sew a lining for it because the pockets were flying around. I don't really like stuff that aren't lined, it doesn't look finished. And the seams were not pretty at all and they were showing. So I decided to line it. At that point I had already done the hood, but the problem is that I didn't have enough fabric for anything else of the lining. So I sewed the hood, and for the rest I was going to use a similar color, very thin fabric, because I just didn't have enough of the first one. I sewed all of it quite quickly at midday. I tried, but I could only manage to do one sleeve, and then the other sleeve was a hole, and I didn't have time, so I just left it like that. And at night, in the evening, I finished it. It was basically another jacket. Then I had the hood that was in a different fabric. I was going to sew them together, and then after that I was going to combine it with the other one. So I did that, and the back, I'm going to adjust it a lot. The lining was too short. Basically it was dragging it and it wouldn't allow anything to fall correctly, like naturally. So if I didn't move, it was looking okay, but the minute I was moving, I needed to adjust it again. At that point, I'm in complete denial. I'm like, no, it's completely fine. This is the presentation of I'm holding it because I know it doesn't fold correctly. But yeah, I was like, yeah, that's the last presentation of that canvas. I finished it and I was really happy about the lining and everything. I will come back to it, but for now, I was just happy. I was just like, done. After eating and everything, I pushed through because I wanted to prepare my next project. So I cut up the fabric for it. It's gonna be a coat again. It's gonna be red, but this time with the adjusted pattern because I wanted to see what it looked like. Well, with the final, I want to say final, with the final cut, but whatever. So I cut the red fabric. I was gonna change the lining to white. While I was cutting it, I was thinking about the fact that I needed to put a zipper. I wanted to put a zipper, and I have never done that in my life, let alone a zipper and a lining, which is a completely different technique. So I decided that I needed to train before I mess up my really pretty coat, because this coat was going to be really pretty. So after cutting everything, I decided to make a little pouch. Well, you can't really see anything because it's late at night at that point. But the point is there's a zipper and it could hold my sewing supplies, which that's going to be handy because I keep moving them around. I was happy about the fact that I could improvise this whole thing from an Instagram video. But yeah, that's the morning of the next day. I'm just presenting it again. I used the scratchy fabric that I use for my t-shirt because I don't know what to do with it. So I was like, oh, I know how to use a bit of it for that little pouch. I honestly liked how it looked, but it is quite small. I should have made it bigger. Friday morning I tackled the lining for this coat. So it's very warm, fluffy fabric with raised leather, just for stylish things. But it is very, very comfortable. It's like really cozy. It's also very thick, which is gonna cause some problem, but that's for later. At midday, I used the overlock to oversee every single pieces, which takes a bit of time. And then I sewed the whole thing in the evening. So I sewed the first coat. I added pockets, which were made from the lining, and I thought that was really cool. It's gonna cause some problem. But at that moment, I was really happy about it. And I also made the whole lining really comfortable. I mean, the seams are showing, but it's really fine because I'm going to combine it with the other one, which is what I did. And I forgot the zipper. I did this whole training. I forgot to put it in. I did consider not having a zippered coat, but I was like, no, it's too bad. So I unsewed everything, redid it correctly, and it was done, which I was quite happy about it. It's a bit tiny because the white fabric is so thick that it made the coat more tight, but it works. I can put it in. I like the white fabric and how it look. I like the back. I think I succeeded to adjust it. What I don't really like is the shape that are given by the pocket, because when I don't have my hands in them, they kind of stay raised up and you can flatten them, but honestly, it wasn't such a good idea to put the pockets in. I really like the wrist, the look of the jacket. I think it looks quite nice. It looks like a puffy jacket, which is what I wanted. It's very warm, that's pretty cool. And the lining is really pretty to me. The outside fabric is really pretty. So honestly, overall, not such a bad project. I was quite happy with it. Then Saturday morning arrived, and I wasn't really being very serious. That's representative of the whole day. I was just hanging out with my beautiful cat and going shopping with my mom all around because my neighbor was doing renovation work and that was quite noisy, so it was uncomfortable to stay in the house. But my mom was sorting up all her closet and she gave me a lot of different things, and some of them I wanted to adjust. Like for example this t-shirt, which had a lace collar originally, and I didn't really like that. I didn't like the look of the attach, just removing the lace. So I decided to close it and redo it. And I think it looks really good. It was kind of a small change and it made the whole t-shirt for me. Then after that, the denial was over. The lining wasn't falling correctly. I was bothered by it. I knew I wasn't gonna wear it because of that. So I unsewed everything, then I resewed it. It was a good call because it was falling so much better when I was done. And now it looked like a completely usable jacket, which was the whole point of it, the fact that I could wear it. So I was really, really, really happy about that, and I was done. Then I tackled another t-shirt of my mom. I didn't like the lace, the color, the fact that it was really long, and the fact that it was cut. So I adjusted all of those elements, and I really like the result. I think it's a really simple t-shirt, but I like it. The color is a V kind of shape. I had to make it this open because of the previous color, but I like it. Then I shorten it to my length and I think I can wear it to work, which is really cool, a new t-shirt. Then I tackled a skirt, which was too big and there was a hole right underneath the zipper. So I just had to do a line to fix the fitting, which was really easy, and the hole, I just closed it up. So it wasn't a long process and I have a new skirt, which is super cool. So I was really happy about all those new clothes. And for Saturday, that's the whole progress that I did. Because after that we went shopping with my mom, first of all to like a shop that had cheap notebook and cases and stuff like that. So I bought a button case for $2 and then I was like, I do not own any buttons. I shall have a whole collection. So we went to the thrift shop and I bought 800 of them. For real, like I counted them and there's about 800. They're all in sets, which is pretty cool. It's very usable. And then I spent an hour sorting everything in my new two-side box because I was having fun. They're all super vintage. The worker definitely find that really weird that I was buying that much button. He was like, I know it's not my concern, but why are you buying so many buttons? And I was like, oh, I just like that. I just like buttons. So now I have a whole collection. I'm really happy about it. And then came Sunday, which I hesitated to show because there's nothing to see. I worked for the whole day, but it's gonna be a really sad ending. First, I started by cutting this new, really pretty lining. It's a very thin, fragile lining, so it was already hard to cut, hard to work with. I just think it looks pretty. That's so sad. But at that point, I'm like, no, it's fine. The fabric is very stretchy in both directions, which was on purpose because I was gonna pair it with ribbing, which is a fabric that you can see is really, really stretchy. Not normal. Ribbing is not made to be sewn. It's made to add to edges, on wrist, on some coats you can find it. It's this kind of stuff. So it's really not made for sewing anything. But I was stubborn and I was like, no, it's fine. It's gonna be hard to sew, but I can make something out of it. I fought the whole day sewing everything. You can see it's very stretchy still, which is abnormal. And I sewed the whole thing. It was too big for me because I didn't account for that, but obviously it's like drooling on itself as a fabric, so it's gonna be too big. I didn't thought of that. And I made the whole lining. I fought for it also because it's stretchy and very thin, so it's destroyable very easily, but I did manage it. I was quite happy. Then I assembled the two, making the edges. You can see that I tried so many times because it's very short at that moment, was impossible. It's wavy, it's falling incorrectly. At that point it's crooked, but whatever. The point is, I couldn't do it. And I knew it was just going to the trash, which was sad because I spent like 8 or 9 hours on it and I just put it in the trash. It was not savable. I had to process it and be like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm throwing that away. But you know, I was being stubborn with the fabric. I shouldn't have. I knew from the start it was not a good fabric. So lesson learned. And when you're trying to create stuff, sometimes you fail. It's very fine. But I am still very happy about the progress I made for the 4 days. It's not as big as other weekends, but still I have one coat that was from a previous canvas, one coat from scratch, one little pouch, and a couple of adjusted clothes. Adjusted clothes takes less time to do. I still like sewing. I'm still gonna continue next weekend actually. I'm going back at my mom's, it's already planned, so hopefully next weekend I can do a lot of progress. But for now, that's all I have. Bye!